Hey guys, this is Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. It's one of the lesser played and lesser known Lovecraft or Cthulhu games. I've never figured out why that is. I played it a tiny bit as a kid and I loved it. I got too scared to continue. It was developed by Bethesda, so I'm thinking that maybe it's quite a glitchy game. I know some people had trouble completing it, but we've got it patched. We've got it ready. Let's hop in. I've always wanted to be a PI. But yeah, so was it a dream? I cannot say. A fun note is that the Batman Arkham Asylum did get its name from Lovecraft's Arkham Asylum.
My last case opened in me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
Yeah, he's definitely been to some anime conventions. You know how it is. But I think Jack Walters is us. I wonder if this is how the game ends. Okay, that's the monologue he just had, so that was something like his suicide note. He must have gone mad. That's a classic theme in Lovecraft. Seeing things which you can't comprehend. So you just go mad. Prologue. The inked... Oh. That's cool. I'm a professional. 6.5 years ago. Well, a lot can happen in 6.5 years. I should know, I've been in uni that long. JPW. John P. Walters, I'm guessing. Quick vape to get the blood flowing. I wonder what we're here for. I'm betting this is what got it all started. Big creepy mansion. Is that you, Resident Evil?
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
God, he looks like a fish.
You had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Don't know any Victor.
He's the leader of this weird cult that moved in here a few months back. Got about 20 followers. They've been causing trouble all over town. Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours. No one ever presses charges, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the locals scared. So tonight, we were just passing, you know, doing the normal rounds, when we heard gunshots fired from their property.
Gunshots?
Oh, wow.
Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots.
Okay, something serious is going on here.
Yeah, just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great. Lead the way, Robert. I better check out this crazy gang of yours.
It's always super comforting when a crazy gang cult living in a mansion has almost as many followers as you have subscribers. Okay, we're just gonna hop ahead of him. I feel like he's gonna take a while. You alright? But this definitely has like, I was one day away from retirement energy.
Officer Armstrong. Just
This doesn't seem safe.
Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the shadows. He's waiting for you.
Can we trust him?
Nope, but we've got you covered. You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy.
Alright, let's just slowly walk over there. Oh my god, let's go. I don't think they're after that though, right? They definitely want to talk to us, so at least we're safe. But I suppose that's what you get for being summoned by a man in the shadows. Victor? Oh damn. These are some low and wide doors. Okay, let's have a look around. So, what do we got? Ah! Elder beings? More elder beings? Tentacles, confusion, and madness. And what's this? Kinda looks like a camel crab. A little bit less intimidating than the other elder beings. Oh, here we go.
As I continue to translate the narcotic fragments, I become more and more eager to contact my Yithian masters. These beings truly are gods to us. Their intellect and knowledge surpasses ours in ways impossible to comprehend. I know now just how insignificant mankind is in the universe, a doomed and simple species thrown up as a side effect of an experiment by the elder things. It is a blessing that such flawed creatures as ourselves have such a short and limited future.
I'll be honest, I've thought that myself a few times. You've picked up your first journal item. Very exciting. Okay, well let's go and see how they sought to deal with humanity, I guess. What's going on here? Ratatouille 3? Okay, so they're probably not meant to be running in place. Like I said, Bethesda game.
Keep shooting!
You take the good with the bad. Okay, so let's keep looking around. Oh man, they have
That symbol's strange. Looks almost like a flaming eye. I should take a closer look.
The symbol's strange, the paintings are fine though. Nothing to worry about. You notice how they have the same paintings in here as in there? Which means that these are properly prints. Not only are they cultists, they're cheapskates. And I can't abide that. Oh! Wow, that is one way to break your immersion. Hallway PI. Alright.
It's locked.
Oh. Okay, well what about... C'est la vie. Okay, we're gonna have to go confront some cultists, I feel. That sounds like a death gurgle.
It won't open.
Perfect. Okay, let's have a look at... Not that one. Let's have a look in here. Oh, bunk beds? Cute.
Poisoning by the looks of it.
Oh, this is classic. You know the Jonestown cult? They also died by mass poisoning. Oh wait, why is my vision going strange? Maybe the heat's having an effect on me too.
It's an old stove.
Correct.
A diary. This will make interesting reading.
Okay, cool. How do I access my journal again? I did not look at the hotkey. Oh, here we go. Diary of a cult member. August the 20th, 1915. We've been watching him now for 2 months. I can feel my anticipation growing as the day of contact draws near. Victor has not yet divulged his final plan for bringing Mr. Walters to us. All I know is that we must succeed. The sermon today was inspiring. Victor enlightened us with a story of the great race transcending the bounds of time to visit his dreams, of the conscious things on this earth and in the ocean depths. We are but servants to a greater design. I can only hope that my faith during these last days will win me favour when our masters step through the gate. August the 29th. The experiments below have claimed one more of our order. Another volunteer is needed, but many are willing. We are truly blessed through our faithful service, now that his coming grows so close. The preparations are complete, and Victor's plan is in motion. He'll arrive soon. Surely by now he must suspect his true nature, or at least question the nature of his gifts. He has come. Finally. It begins. Well, that is not foreboding at all. I couldn't imagine a single way in which this could go wrong. This must be the poison, right?
Been on the menu.
Jack Walters has that dry humour, I do love it. What about in here? This one's alive, that's even more dangerous, right? I'm unarmed. Don't shoot. I don't know.
Don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
Oh.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Wild.
Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Can I use a shotgun?
He recognized me, and it sounded like he was going to get on the level with what's going on in this joint.
Damn. I've never heard someone be so unaffected by what's going on around him. I can see this man's ribcage.
This should help downstairs.
And all Jack Walters can be like is, hey, a key. How about, hey, a ribcage? Or a few. Okay, so let's crack open downstairs then. Because I have a feeling there are going to be some darker doings down here.
It's locked.
Some deep, dark
It's unlocked.
doings. It's unlocked, indeed. Wow. That's me, right? Me with my buggling fish eyes. Oh, that's my best angle. Kind of appreciate that they blew that one up.
The fire's still burning.
Again, Jack always picks the most obvious thing to talk about. Not all of the pictures of himself. Police investigate something.
Another key. This should fit the door
Another
across
key,
the hall.
huh? Well, let's see. So we have the key. Oh, we did. Here we go. Enlightened or duped. Inside Boston's strangest church. Those of our readers who live near its headquarters in an ordinary-looking Boston residence will need no introduction to the Fellowship of Yith, or whatever the cult's name is. For those who've not encountered this mysterious semi-religious group before, a few words of explanation are necessary. Since our country's founding upon the basis of religious freedom, its shores have been home to many small religious groups outside the mainstream. No small number are headquartered in the states of New England, where the pilgrims themselves sought a new world free of religious persecution. But the question must be asked, at what point does a religion become a cult, and its trusting adherents, not to mention its blameless neighbours, become victims? That's the question this journal poses in regard to the Fellowship of Yith. In a month-long investigation, our intrepid reporters have diligently sought out the truth behind this so-called church. Its origins are somewhat mysterious, the more so since the group's leaders declined to be interviewed or to assist our investigation in any way. However, it seems that the Fellowship was founded more than 20 years ago by one Victor Holt, based on a revelation he'd received from beyond the confines of this world. Holt has not been seen for almost 6 years. His followers apparently believe that he is communing with the mysterious powers behind his faith, and that he's shortly to return with new insights and teachings. All this sounds harmless, does it? If a sanctric spiritual group, little different from many others. However, those who make their homes near to the Fellowship's headquarters tell a different, more sinister story. The adherents of this obscure sect are to be found loitering on street corners, casting menacing glances at their innocuous neighbours, and frequently engaging in acts of petty crime, which the local police seem powerless to prevent or redress. Strange lights have been observed burning in the windows of the old house at all hours of the day and night. They change colour unpredictably and cast weird, unintelligible shadows. Even more disturbing are the noises, which have been heard to issue from within the mysterious building. They include chanting, unearthly music, and, worst of all, screams like those of lost souls in agony. Does this sound like something the Boston Globe would write? Screams like those of lost souls in agony? Tabloids. Many of the sect's neighbours are convinced that its services include human sacrifice or similar atrocities. Those few who dared complain to the police were told that because the house is private property, and because there's no concrete evidence of any wrongdoing, the most they can do is file a noise complaint. Are the horrors of Salem being reenacted in our city, more than 2 centuries on? Is this Fellowship of Yith engaging in unspeakable and criminal acts of worship involving torture and sacrifice? Why is nothing being done to ease the fear and distress they cause to the local community? A source within the police department, speaking on the condition of anonymity, tell the Globe that the Fellowship is suspect of involvement in a number of local crimes, but so far the lack of evidence and the reluctance of nervous witnesses to come forward have thwarted any official investigation. Very well, we say. Where the police cannot or will not investigate, the Globe shall continue to act in the interests of Boston's citizens, fearlessly exposing the truth about this so-called church and its followers. Our findings will be published in these pages over the following months, so that all may know the truth. Editor's note. It is with great sorrow that the Globe announces the death of reporter Howard Addleston, who is leading the paper's investigation into the Fellowship of Yig, when he apparently drowned in Boston Harbor. The coroner has ruled his death as a suicide. Our condolences go out to his family. Oh yeah, I think I know that kind of suicide, where they've shot themselves in the head 2 times from the back.
It's unlocked.
It's unlocked, huh? Oh yeah. They didn't really seem the bookish types,
For
but...
nutcases, they seem quite literate.
And to be honest, actually having been through many libraries, most of the nutcases there are quite literate.
It appears to be a private study area.
Yeah, I guess so. Got a little
The
note.
drawer holds an ancient manuscript. The symbols on the front seem to be... There are definitely some
Written
strange
ancient Greek.
sounds coming from this side of the room.
Strange is one thing to call them, sensual another. So let's have a look at that. Okay, no, mythos? Here we go. Alien concepts, strange races, flying polypos, mental projection, great race of the Yith. It does make me dizzy just reading it. Oh, look at this absolute unit. This is the kind... Oh! Wait, did I just... Oh, look at that! Illusory depth! Oh, that is cool, huh? Well, time to see what lies beneath. How do I open up this bad boy again? Oh, there we go.
Shit, that did not sound good.
Nothing gets past P.I. Jack Walters.
Well, that's just swell.
Whatever it is, they now know we're here.
He's dead. The beam must have fallen and crushed his skull.
That really doesn't bode well. This place is falling apart. We better get moving. Okay. Human sacrifice is the order of the day. Here alone there are 1, 3, 4, 5, like 7 bodies. And God knows what in these tubes. That looks like a stomach. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Wow. Was this the guy who was screaming? Are you okay? Dumb question, but you gotta make contact.
Good God, what the hell is all this?
I have a feeling he's not gonna tell us. But it looks like they've taken all of his organs. That must be what these are. The lungs? Oh, but look, the lungs are still respiring. They're running him out of all of these tubes, but why?
This pipe must drain the waste from his intestines.
Just because you can, I guess. I wonder what this does. Okay. You know, for a PI, Jack Walters isn't a very careful guy. Should probably think twice before hitting strange buttons in strange occultist basements.
The crystal's still warm.
Might as well pick this up. What's this?
I've never seen equipment like this before.
Yeah, just this? Forget that. Alright, well, let's keep moving.
This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment.
Yeah, I feel that. Come on, Jack, we gotta go. Beep. We take this one too.
Ah! It's
Ooh.
too hot to pick up.
Ow, that's hot. Oh, that's always comforting. Weird sort of organic looking cables. Huh. What do we got over here?
What the hell is that?
That's what I want to know. It kind of looks... I mean, if anyone's seen Stargate, it kind of looks like a gate, right? This whole place definitely gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, yeah, sorry. This makes sense,
It
look.
looks like something's been removed from it.
It does. I think I know what we could put
It
there.
looks like something's been removed
That's,
from it.
there we go. But yeah, typical for Bethesda titles, like, the documents and stuff are pretty wordy. Again, let's just press the button, I guess. What could go wrong, Jack? What could go wrong? Oh my god, it's all going wrong. Maybe it's related to our special powers. We've already summoned the Ancient Ones. Oh my god, it's the camel looking one. That must be the Great Race of Yith. I didn't expect it to get so real so fast. (1922). So this is some years afterwards, I think.
It's been more than 6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston. But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it. Probably
The dark
brought on
descent.
by acute mental stress. I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care.
Who wants to bet they have the wrong definition of
I have learned little of my
schizophrenia?
activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel and study. I maintained a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages
This is starting to sound like
unfamiliar
me.
to my own. When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary
personality. That's the old idea of
I was
schizophrenia.
myself again, or at least what I believed myself
It's like
to
a
be.
popular myth.
Return to normal life has been a painful process. In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection.
Oh, it must
I'm
be...
beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I've told no one else.
Must be Yogg-Sothoth at the phone.
Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on.
Doesn't look like he takes many jobs by the looks of it. Is he gonna look? I guess he did get the package, he needs to take a moment.
What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Brian Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National Grocery Store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth.
Never heard of it.
Unfortunately, I have.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
Jack Walters is a realist. I have a feeling things are about to get pretty fishy down in Innsmouth. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First National Grocery Store chain. It appears that the First National Grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized and its manager, one Brian Burnham's, missing. From what I've been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue. A friend of the family, Mr. Anderson, gave him a jog as a favor. Burnham's looking like the prime suspect for the robbery, but there are a few things that don't add up. Not to Anderson, and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force an entry into the store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the cash register and the combination to the back office safe? To misdirect any investigation? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighbouring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there are superstitious tales of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They are of mixed blood, so the stories go, whatever that's supposed to mean. The usual Hicktown prejudice, no doubt. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client... After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client... After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place, and wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. It feels good to have a purpose after 5 months trying to break through my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just because I haven't had a case in so long. I have a feeling it's a bit of both, and don't forget that you did see great old fishy ones, so I wouldn't disregard those stories so quickly. Oh, we actually had time to read that one. Almost. Curse my fast loading time. 7th of February, 1922.
Driver, how far to the stop?
It's almost there. I'll drop you at the town square of Innsmouth.
Alright.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. You don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Really?
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefers it that way. Not many countries.
Definitely a small
But
town
what about
mentality.
trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after her own.
Alright, well, funny you should talk about outside work, because I hear a vacancy just popped up at the grocery store. Here we are. This is definitely a rustic bus. Emphasis on the rust. Oh, no idols, no masters.
This is it, stranger. End of the line.
End of the line in more ways than one. Okay, what's that whispering? Is anyone else hearing that? I guess it makes sense that the hotel's decrepit. I mean, they don't want anyone to stay here. Wait, am I supposed to be in here? Hello? Yeah, just one bed, please.
Evening.
Aye.
The name's Jack Walters. I'm just visiting.
You don't say, sir. Gilman. Charlie Gilman. I run this here hotel of an evening.
Gil, huh?
You got any rooms?
I'd not rightly know that for sure. All habits cleaning rooms at present.
I don't think you're
Tales from
full.
out of town can leave a horrid mess.
That really bodes well. Well,
Talking to this fella
Gilman,
get me
I
nowhere.
think I can see
He's
your
more than a
gills.
touch creepy. If I need a room and I'm desperate, then I'll come back.
Okay, do we not need a room yet? I guess we're free to wander. It is a Bethesda game, so
won't
RPG
open.
energy. Anyway, I think we're gonna call an end to this episode here before anything too big happens, especially after we already saw the Greater Race of Yith. I'm really excited for this. Bethesda's obviously an incredible company, and they've really been building on the lore, and we've already had so much happen. So, you know, if you want to watch more, I'm going to put up a playlist and like, subscribe, whatever. Thanks.